So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Somebody pinch me. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, something extraordinary has just happened. A miracle that we never imagined, never experienced, that we would witness in our lifetime has just taken place. And we still have the chills running up and down our spines. My brethren in the Lord, Nollywood actress Tonto Dike and her ex-husband, father of her only child, Olakunle Churchill, have reconciled, and it still feels like a dream. Now, there is no way in the world that you will understand the full depths of the story and appreciate the absolute miracle that this development is if you do not know the history, the facts, and the whole story. So let me take us through the background, the genesis, all the way through to the now. You may need a strong drink for this one. So let me give you a second to grab a glass. And as you do, don't forget, if you are new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching, sneaking in and out without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your thoughts down in the comment section as we proceed, and stay glued for we have so much more coming your way. Don't also forget to join our YouTube community. We have a community where we come together to discuss valuable subjects that can add value to our lives, from self-confidence, self-esteem, managing relationships, marriage, friendships. There is so much that we discuss. So you can either join on the school platform using the link pinned below, or you can just join YouTube community as an exclusive channel member, so you can get all of these exclusive content specially designed and created for you. Click the join button down below. So without further ado, let us get right into this video. Tonto Charity Dike is a Nigerian actress, singer, and humanitarian. She was born on the 9th of June 1985 in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, to Mr. and Mrs. Sonny Dike, a full-blooded Ikwiri girl. Tonto hails from the Obiakpo local government area there in Rivers State. Her parents had 5 children. She was the third in the midst.
My mother had 5 children before she died, and I'm the third.
The very first fracture in Tonto's life happened when her mother shockingly and suddenly passed when she was only 3 years old, leaving a vacuum in her heart that she has publicly admitted she never recovered from. Her father got remarried to another woman who was a single mother with 2 sons from another relationship. And although Tonto has described the relationship that she shared with her stepmother as beautiful, it is still worthy of note that she had to deal with early loss and a blended family.
And my stepmother has 2 children, 2 boys, grown up and even more older than I am. And they're not related to me in any way. But I mean, when my father got married to my stepmother, she got married to them too. So
some people believe that early loss can either break a child, harden them, or give them an unquenchable thirst and hunger to be seen. Well, in Tonto's case, could it be said to have done all of the above? Tonto's educational background was in the core sciences. She did not emerge from the theater department and had never imagined that she would wind up an actress. She studied petrochemical engineering at the Rivers State University of Science and Technology, now known as the Rivers State University, there in Port Harcourt. Tonto came into entertainment through sheer opportunity, personality, and presence. The year 2005 marked the first public turning point for Tonto. Now, after graduation, in the year 2005, Tonto featured in the Next Movie Star Show. It was Nigeria's biggest acting reality television competition at the time. And although she did not win, she emerged first runner-up. That was more than enough, because reality shows do not only crown winners, they introduce faces. They're birth stars. That show helped in showcasing Tonto publicly, granting her industry access, and before long, she began getting invites to auditions and early castings. From small roles to supporting roles, Tonto began climbing. And by the year 2007, she had featured in one of her earliest breakthrough movies, Games Fools Play, which she acted alongside Jamaica and Emeka Ike. As time passed, supporting roles soon turned into lead roles, and by the late 2000s to the early 2010 era, Tonto Dike had risen to mainstream Nollywood fame and visibility. Now, Nollywood at the time was a lot more conservative than it is today, and controversies could literally kill careers. But not for a Tonto Dike. Tonto Dike embodied controversy, not as a stain, as her symbol. A symbol of rebellion, a symbol of audacity, a symbol of her brand.
And I looked at myself in the mirror and I asked myself, are you controversial? Thank you very much for having me, everybody. My name is King Tonto, and I'm probably one of the most controversial person on earth. Proudly.
One of Tonto Dike's major controversy was driven by the nature of the roles that she chose to play.
I love you like police, you love 20 naira. I love you like conductor, love for passenger.
Characters that were very bold, very audacious, very provocative, and deliberately pushed against Nollywood's conservative norms. She disclosed in an interview that she is a professional and will not shy away from roles.
As an artist, I don't think there is a role that I want to ever reject except your script does not fit into what I want. Okay, I want to play every role possible. I want to fit into every character possible. That's what I mean. And it might not be a godly character, you know, because that's all godly character does not show my potentials as an actress. That's what I mean by that.
Another part of Tonto Dike that brought a controversial image towards her was her outward presentation, the outward presentation of herself, from very daring fashion choices to revealing outfits, heavily tattooed body, extremely long artificial nails, name it. She had an overall unapologetic and non-conformist image that made her stand out in an industry with conservative expectations for women. Tonto Dike was also one of the very first public figures to get a Brazilian butt lift, a BBL, and publicly admitting to it. Back then, it was on code. Our celebrities, some of them were already getting it, but they were coding it and hiding it under green tea and squats and gym. And women were killing themselves, cracking their calves every day, squatting. But Tonto Dike was one of the very first that came out unapologetically to the media and said, oh yes, I got my butt done and I had plastic surgery to look good. She even went ahead filming the process and monetizing the whole thing.
I am going to be having a cosmetic surgery.
was Tonto DK. Another was her choice of friendships, which contributed in making Tonto the very controversial figure that she was. Now, at that time, where gender transitioning, cross-dressing, and same-sex relationships was not only uncommon, it was unheard of. It was an tufiakwa aru situation. Tonto openly associating with and publicly defending Bobrisky further confirmed her as someone who is unwilling to conform, as someone who doesn't give a damn about societal, moral, and cultural expectations. Her very visible friendship with Bob will later break down in a very, very, very public and hostile fallout and call-out that would see the two of them spilling dirty secrets and dirty undies on social media. Controversy truly surrounded Tonto DK like a shield.
You are a liar. Refund our money to us. Refund our money.
There were so many of them, uncountable. From the controversy of the vendor who came to social media to claim that she supplied her some items and have been chasing after her, begging her to pay for the items, and Tonto refused, which led to Tonto coming to social media to burn those items and told the vendor to go to blazes. To Tonto DK having fallouts with many of her colleagues, including the very famous one with fellow actress Mercy Johnson, which led to Tonto DK insulting Mercy Johnson's newborn baby. Oh yes, I need to add that Tonto later apologized for that much later after she had her own child. So yes, Tonto was a very beautiful, very talented actress, but her brand was centered very heavily on controversy.
That we all want to put that together is mad. That is very stupid. Very stupid. You have 2 million that you say that is
Do you see how I effortlessly get it right? 그리다란 바보다 되는 것도 아니야. You could try it all you want and waste your time.
Tonto soon expanded into the world of music, adopting the stage name Poco.
Boy, if you say you want soji, if you say you get strength, boy, I don't know if you sabi the desperate chicks.
She released her first single, It's Over, in 2013. And by the 13th of June 2014, the band signed her as an artist to his record label, DB Records, as the queen bee of the label. You know, the way Tiwa Savage was the queen bee of more hits, and is it Nicole or is it Ninola who was the queen of EME Records? You know, all these record labels, they like to get a female that will be their queen bee. So yes, the band signed Tonto as his queen bee of the record label. And under that record label, as a signee under DB Records, she released her popular single, Hi. Who remembers that song? Oh my God. Well, ladies and gentlemen, her partnership with the band ended almost as soon as it began, because less than 1 year after Tonto got signed in, she exited the label. Well, Tonto kept growing, not only as an actress, but in the world of entertainment as a whole. She was awarded the Best Actress of the Year at the Eloy Awards. She had a couple of brand ambassadorial deals, from Sapphire Scents to Pearls International Skincare to Amstel Malta, all the way to the multi-million naira endorsement deal with Zikel Cosmetics. Naptip also had her signed as an ambassador against human trafficking. She also became a UN ambassador and then launched her charity foundation, the TONTO DIKEH Foundation, which focuses on helping abused women and motherless babies. TONTO DIKEH was on a roll. Tonto's first publicly admitted relationship was with a luxury jewelry merchant, Michael Awolaja, aka My Livelihood. Diamonds, they say, are a girl's best friend, and my livelihood came with plenty of stones. And he did not hesitate to shower her with expensive gifts, customized diamond iPhones, Rolex wristwatches, and plenty luxury items. But unfortunately, that relationship could not sail beyond the riverbanks. Michael left and got married to Diola Smart, daughter of ex-Kogi West Senator. TONTO DIKEH would later take to social media to shade him, calling him a cheat, a love scammer, and fake. Michael and Diola have now been married for over 10 years with children. Sometime after Tonto's relationship with My Livelihood came to an end, she began publicly flaunting a new relationship with a mystery guy she simply referred to as Mr. X. So the relationship was public, but the identity of the man involved, the man in the relationship, was kept very private by Tonto. But she would take to social media to post the beautiful things that this Mr. X got her, and she would shower him with accolades, but chose not to disclose his face or his identity. Somehow, that relationship with Mr. X also came to an end. Tonto met Churchill very shortly after her breakup with Mr. X. She was so distraught, so heartbroken. She was at a very low place, so vulnerable. TONTO DIKEH and Churchill met at a nightclub in Lagos on the 13th of February 2015. They exchanged contacts, and when they went home, Churchill did not call immediately. He called her 3 days after the met. That would be on the 16th. And then they began talking. Things moved pretty fast for the duo, because shortly, very, very shortly after the met, they kicked things off and started living together, started cohabiting. Only 3 months after the nightclub meeting, Tonto was already pregnant for Churchill, and by August the same year, that is only 7 months after they met at the club, Tonto and Churchill were married. Tonto and Churchill had their traditional wedding ceremony in August of 2015 at her hometown there in Rivers State. And by February the next year, the beautiful couple welcomed their first son, their first child, King Andre Olakunle Churchill. And he was such a cute little one, a split image of his father. They seemed so in love. Tonto would take to the media, to the press, to social media, to lavish praises and encomiums on Churchill, describing him as a very godly and caring and loving man, and the only man that she didn't have to spend her money to keep.
What set him apart from every other man that you met in your life?
he's different in all ramification. He's very loving, he's caring, and above all, he is very godly. I think he's one man that I didn't have to give my money to be with me.
She would take to social media to flaunt gifts, cars that he got for her. Take a look at this, for example. I am indeed speechless by your love for me. Every day, I applaud myself for marrying such an awesome husband as you. Thank you, my dearest husband, for gifting me such a wonderful gift as this cutie. In brackets, Lexus LX5. May God bless and enrich you dearly for me. You shall know no lack. Your love has made me a better woman, and I am grateful to God for letting our paths cross. I love you so much. Hashtag Papa King. Hashtag My King Kong. Lovers, gifts. Praying wife. Santa came early. Prado 2016. Lexus 2017. So she's saying that he got her 2 cars. And remember that having a husband like this was very important for Tonto Dike at the time. Remember the cause of the feud between her and Mercy Johnson. When Mercy Johnson just put to bed to her first child, her daughter Purity, and went back to work so soon, shortly after. And Tonto Dike took to social media to say, God forbid, to fiakwa. If I ever get married, may God not give me a husband that would force me to have to go to work, to go and hustle, to make money. May he give me a provider, a providing husband. So, having a husband like this that she can project as, oh, I just put to bed and my husband just bought me a Lexus, just bought me a Prado, was very important for the image that she had already created. So yes, she would take to social media and make these kinds of posts, lavishing Churchill with encomiums. Ladies and gentlemen, 4 months later, 4 months after their son's birth, that is 10 months after their wedding, less than 1 year after Churchill and Tonto Dike got married, their marriage crashed. And it crashed in the most public, most bitter, dirtiest and nastiest marriage disintegration scandal ever witnessed in the history of Nigerian media. Oh my God. So what could have happened? What was it? And who did what? What has the journey been like? And how did we get to where we are today? In our next video, we will take the conversation and the story further. Stay glued. You do not want to miss out on any part of it. If you are new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your thoughts down in the comment section, and stay glued for we have so much more coming your way. Don't also forget to grab a copy of our book. In fact, while I researched deeply on Tonto's story, I just pinched myself and said, if Tonto had read a copy of this book or something similar to it, a lot of mistakes would have been avoided. A lot of mistakes in her life, mistakes in her relationships, and mistakes in her marriage would have been avoided. We are not going to live long enough to make all the mistakes by ourselves. We can avoid making some by equipping ourselves with knowledge to navigate things. Scan this code to get a copy or click on the link down below. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.